சிறு பிறை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போலரைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எட்டிசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே 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 எல்லை பதிவுடையார் சிற்றம்பலம் தன்னில் அல்லும் பகலும் நின்று ஆடுகின்றார் எல்லை கண் அண்ணாமலை மண் அமைத்த கலைக்கழகம் கண்ணாரைக் கண்டு களித்து நில்லாத செல்வத்தை நிலைக்கச் செய்தார் நீங்காத கலை புரட்சி நிரம்பச் செய்தார் கல்லாத இனமில்லா கற்பவைதான் காணாத பெரும் கழகம் களத்து வைத்தார் இல்லாத புலவர்களை இரு போராக்கி இணையாத தமிழ் புகழை ஈட்டிக் கொண்டார் வெல்லாத செயலில்லை என்று போற்ற விளங்கிய மண்மண் அண்ணாமலையன் வாழ்க மணி காட்டும் கோபுரம் போல் உயர்ந்தெழுந்தும் மலை காட்டும் அகலம் போல் விரிந்த நோக்கும் பணி காட்டும் திருக்குறளில் படித்த வாழ்வும் பதவியெல்லாம் படி போல கடந்த பாங்கும் அணி காட்டும் தாமரையாம் அடைந்த மார்பும் ஆரையுமே உறவாக அணைக்கும் கையும் பிணி காட்டும் மருத்துவன் போல் பேணும் அன்பும் பெற்ற தமிழ் முத்தையவேல் பெரியோன் வாழ்க பெற்ற தமிழ் முத்தையவேல் பெரியோன் வாழ்க பெற்ற தமிழ் முத்தையவேல் பெரியோன் வாழ்க பெற்ற தமிழ் ராமசாமி பெரியோன் வாழ்க பெற்ற தமிழ் ராமசாமி பெரியோன் வாழ்க.
அனைத்து முன்னாள் மாணவர்களையும் விடுதலை கூப்பி வணங்கி வரவேற்கிறேன். Most revered Vice Chancellor, Colonel Professor Inauguration, distinguished Chief Guest, Padma Shri Professor G.D. Yadav, my respected teacher, Professor R.M. Bhairavan, beloved Dean, Professor Karthikeyan, our illustrious alumni, Mr. Narasimhan, Mr. Arundas Kandaya, Mr. Viranahai, Mr. Batma, and all other illustrious alumni of the Department of Chemical Engineering who have come from various parts of the world, former faculty members and former head of the departments and present head of the departments of various faculties from the engineering and technology and other departments, directors of various centers, my department colleagues and supporting staff, family members of our beloved former teachers, family aunt sir, daughters have come, Professor Rangarajan sir, Madam Shanta Mr. Shanta Rangarajan has come, and my beloved students, press and media, PRM, and other dignitaries on and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning and a hearty welcome to all of you. With the benign blessings of the Almighty Lord Nataraja and Lord Govindaraja and our founder Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Raja Sir Annamalai Chettiar, Dr. Raja Sir Muttai Chettiar, Dr. M.A.M. Ramaswamy, and my beloved parents, teachers, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor and other authorities, I deem it to be an honor and pleasure to extend a warm welcome to each one of you at this momentous occasion, the 75th year celebration of the Department of Chemical Engineering, the first of its kind in the history of Annamalai University, that all 75-year graduates bonding across generations have come here to celebrate their alma mater. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor has been an extraordinary and visionary leader. It comes to my mind that is the lyric of Kumaragurvarar. Meivartham Parar, Pasinokar, Kandujar, Yabavar Simayam Merkollar, Seviyarmayam Parar, Avamadi Kollar, Karmame Kannayanar. He has been serving in this university for the past 47 years. A great personality, though he is born in Chettinad, but he lived more in Annamalai Nagar. Started his career in here joined as a student, then became a teacher, HOD, Dean, Director of Research, and now the Vice Chancellor. And one of the recent services in his career is the Colonel Honorary Award.
Professor R. M. Kadresan, sir, esteemed Padma Shri Professor J.D. Yadav, sir, former Vice Chancellor of Institute of Chemical Technology, that is ICT Mumbai, my beloved Head of the Department of Chemical Engineering, Dr. R. Saravanan, my Guru, Professor R. M. Bhairavan, sir, Dr. Arudas Kandaya, Mr. Narasimhan Mama, Protect Consultant, MD Protect Consultant, Mr. S. Iranage, sir, Mrs. Batma, Head Product Delivery KVR Chennai, Syndicate members, respected Deans of various faculty, namely Dr. Vijay Rani from Arts, Dr. Arun Shelly Madam from Fine Arts, Head of the Directors, Heads of the various departments, faculty members, non-teaching staff members, my teachers, my gurus, namely RS, and then Dr. Professor Subramanian, Joint Controller of Examination, Deputy Controller of Examinations, Research Scholars, student friends, and my dear esteemed alumni of various bachelors of chemical engineering from 1947 onwards. It is a great pride and joy that I stand before you today to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Department of Chemical Engineering, erstwhile called as Department of Technology.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice Chancellor at Annamalai University acquired all of his educational qualifications starting from his MSc Agriculture, PhD, Postdoctoral Research and Doctor of Science from Annamalai University. He has served as the Head, Department of Agronomy, Dean, Faculty of Agriculture, Director, Center for Research and Development, Member School Board, School of Agriculture, IGNOU, and Member of Board of Management, TNAU. He has served for 36 years in teaching, research, and extension services.
May I request the Vice Chancellor to deliver the inaugural address. Sir, please.
Good morning to all the prestigious alumni adorning the dais, and those who are gathered here. Dr. G.D. Yadav, respected and beloved Professor Dr. G.D. Yadav, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Dr. C. Karthikeyan, Dr. R. M. Bhairavan, formerly Professor, Department of Chemical Engineering, Dr. Ilanahai, Dr. Aruldas Kandaya, Dr. Narasimha, Dr. Padma, members of the syndicate, deans of the faculties, heads of the departments, professors, alumni, students, and most importantly, the press and media. With honor and pleasure, I welcome you all for this grand function. And a red letter day in the annals of Department of Chemical Engineering and Industrial Technology. It's really a pleasure to be celebrating the 75th year of commemoration of Department of Chemical Engineering or Technology, and that too coinciding with convention of the alumni. Because the alumni and departments are inseparable. And one thing I wanted to quote, I don't want to take much time, because the time schedule given is 10:45 invocation, 10:50 welcome address, 10:55 honoring the guest, 11:10 a.m. lighting of photography, presidential address 11:15. I am supposed to be finishing my talk by 11:45. By now itself it is 11:50. And much of elders are sitting on the dais. I don't want them to be continuing with hunger. And in my age I am a diabetic. And at that age I don't know, they may be keeping very good health like Dr. Bhairavan. So I don't want to go for longer, because I would love to talk to you. I would love to interact with you, because you are all the embodiments of rich experience. What we do in this university is disseminating the knowledge from the books and texts. And what is a book and text? It's a congregated wealth of experience gathered by previous people. And you are all the symbols of experience in different cadres. And the bondage between a university and alumni, I don't want to tell much nowadays. Of course, we are waiting with a very anxious mind for Monday, because 12th of August 2024, the Ministry for Human Resource Development is going to unravel or reveal the National Institutional Ranking Framework. Monday 12th, NIRF ranking is going to be out for the year 2024, and I pray that I should at least sustain or maintain my ranking. If not, I will be happy if I progress in NIRF ranking. I will be thankful to all the faculties. But I would like to sustain. And where is actually the bondage of alumni? Before that, I would like to say, I am also an alumnus. I stand here as an alumnus of Annamalai University. More than a Vice Chancellor of the Annamalai University, I was a student from the year 1978 to 82 in Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. And engineers make the world, I don't doubt it. Chemical engineers more so. You are multifaceted people. You can look into any avenue and contribute in any form of life. I don't want to talk much about my career as an agriculture, and in the 90 years history of Annamalai University, I am blessed to be the first agriculture man to occupy the chair of a Vice Chancellor. கைகட்டி சேவை செய்து கண்கள் கெட்டு உள்ளம் கெட்டு பொய் சொல்லி பிச்சை பெற்றால் அன்னை பூமி கேலி செய்வார். தேர்கொண்ட மன்னன் ஏது, பேர் சொல்லும் புலவன் ஏது, ஏர்கொண்ட உழவன் இன்றி போராடும் வீரன் ஏது. I have borrowed the words of Kannadasan just to illustrate, make a. So I don't want to talk much about agriculture. Chemical engineers, you are sound. You, as I told all of you, the Bhishmacharya, Dr. R.M. Bhairavan is here, Dronacharya, Dr. Yadav is here, and all the leading experts. And see, I want to say two quotes from two of our alumni. And this I have repeated because I remember myself attending the programs by Chemical Engineering Alumni in Chennai and then back in Annamalai. I also said the same thing. When this university was celebrating its 60th year celebration, the President of India was there on the dais and the Governor Chancellor of Tamil Nadu was also there on the dais and the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu was also there on the dais. Chief Minister Kalaignar M. Karunanidhi, when his turn came to the podium, he said, ஒரு பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் புகழை அளவிட வேண்டும் என்றால் அந்த பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் முன்னாள் மாணவர்கள் எப்படி இருக்கின்றார்கள் என்று பார்க்க வேண்டும். இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகம் 60ஆம் ஆண்டு விழா கொண்டாடுகின்ற இந்த நாளில் இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் விழா மேடையிலே இந்த பாரத தேசத்தின் முதல் குடிமகன் ஆர் வெங்கட்ராமன் அமர்ந்திருக்கின்றார். அவர் இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் பழைய மாணவர். இந்த தமிழ் மாநிலத்தின் முதல் குடிமகன் ஈசி அலெக்சாண்டர் அமர்ந்திருக்கிறார். அவர் இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் பழைய மாணவர். நானும் இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் பழைய மாணவன். இதை விட இதை என்ன பெரிதாக சொல்ல முடியும்? So you are the testimony of how this university has fared all along. In 1920, in the year 1929, Rajasar Annamalai Chettiar has donated 20 lakhs of rupees and 200 acres of land to start this university. And I always used to say, if I say 20 lakhs, it will be a meager amount now. But when he donated 20 lakhs of rupees, 1 sovereign gold was costing only 6 rupees 25 paise. When 1 sovereign gold was costing 6 rupees 25 paise, Rajasar Annamalai Chettiar gave 20 lakhs of rupees and 200 acres of land. And this is the second university started in Tamil Nadu and 15th university in India. And as per the words of the Honorable Governor Chancellor, this is the first university to be started by an Indian. This is the first university to be started by an Indian. All the previous 14 universities were started by British. So that is how the history marks on Annamalai University. And from then on, Annamalai has been marching, and I always used to say this is located in a rural background, serving the most disadvantaged 4 districts of Tamil Nadu, and where more than nearly 40% of the students admitted are underprivileged. We don't take any student by entrance test. We cater the Dr. G.D. Yadav may know very well. The principle and motto of UGC and central government Ministry of Education is to reach the unreached. And that is done by Annamalai University, not by any much. We only serve the rural poor. We only admit only the underprivileged, denied, opportunity denied category of students, and we offer them education. And in the process of education, the alumni bondage, when I was looking into how to bridge, because day before yesterday, the Governor Chancellor had a meeting of Vice Chancellors. And Monday, the Honorable Minister for Education, Tamil Nadu, Government of Tamil Nadu, and Honorable Additional Chief Secretary for Education had a meeting with Vice Chancellor. In all this, the Minister and Secretary was telling that the state governments cannot go on supporting the university forever. You have to think of ways and means how do you become self-sustainable, self-reliant. You should generate your own resources. You should tap research funds. You should bring in alumni to contribute. And see, before you ask somebody to do something, you should do something. That is my motto. And when I say that alumni, please come in and help us, what is that the university is doing for the alumni? And when I looked into the ways of inviting and giving a warmth of welcome to the alumni, 4 or 5 points I was reading about, and I'm happy that ever since myself occupying the chair of Vice Chancellor, I have passed got 60 marks out of 100 for reciprocating to alumni. The first point is Institute Awards and Honors Program for alumni. That was the first point. Then, from myself assuming office as Vice Chancellor, from the year 2022, every September 30th, the Founders' Day, the birthday of Raja Sir Annamalai, the evening function we have as alumni function, alumni day. And we have another for information of our chief guest. This is one unique university. The National Education Policy is talking about multidisciplinarity in education. This is a unique university. We have agriculture, we have engineering, we have medicine, we have arts, we have science, we have fine arts, we have marine science. There are only 3 universities of this type: Banaras University, Muslim Aligarh University, and Annamalai University. No other university is multidisciplinarity in constitution by itself. This university is a multidisciplinary university. And here, taking advantage of the system at the same time facing the disadvantages of the system, say institute, and when I instituted that, or when I started that honoring the alumni, I selected distinguished alumni from different faculties and called them and awarded them the Distinguished Alumni Award. And I remember another quote. There was one Dr. Sirpi Balasubramanian, you may be aware, is a very well-known linguist who translated Tirukkural into English. And he is, just like our chief guest, is a Padma Shri awardee. When I invited him and honored him as Distinguished Alumni, he said in Tamil, for the sake of information for many of the audience, I am just telling that in English. He said, I have received many bigger awards, but this award is like the first kiss of my mother. Sirpi Balasubramanian said, இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகம் எனக்கு கொடுக்கப்பட்ட டிஸ்டிங்விஷ்டு அலம்னி சிறப்பு வாய்ந்த மதிப்புறு மேனாள் மாணவர் என்ற விருது என் தாய் எனக்கு கொடுத்த முதல் முத்தம் போல இருக்கிறது. So that is the way the institution should get bonded to the alumni. And how do the significance of alumni becomes important? See, for example, the second way of honoring an alumni is to bring their success stories and contributions on the university website. We have already done that. Second thing I have done that. The university website, today's function, yesterday night I called the dean and said make arrangements that today's function is being focused in the university website. And now I would like to request to have a clipping of 5 minutes video about this program to be put up in the university website. To be the website. Number 3 is to invite the alumni for various programs often and to make them interact with the students. And when I was the Dean, Faculty of Agriculture, and when I happened to be a Vice Chancellor, for most of the events, we invite only our alumni as chief guests. We invite only our alumni as chief guests. That's the point 3. Point 4, I am unable to do, but of course, I think hopefully the Alumni Association must be doing. Every now and then have a personal touch of sending greetings, emails. That is the way the university should get bonded to the alumni. And the last one, I am going to do it now. Creation of a hall of honor for the alumni. Creation of a hall of honor for the alumni. And coming September 30th, every department will have a wall of honor enlisting most successful alumni in different fields from that department. So these are all the things that we can extend. But how is that your contribution to the university building, the institution building is important. Not necessarily finance. Finance is equally important. We need, say for example, this Sastri Hall, most prestigious hall where Dr. C. N. Annamalai, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, had his first convocation address. முதல் பேரறிஞர் அண்ணாவினுடைய பட்டமளிப்பு விழா பேரு இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகத்தில் இந்த மண்டபத்தில் நடந்தது. என்னையை பொறுத்தவரையில் எனக்கு கிடைத்த துணைவேந்தர் பதவியை விட இந்த மேடை எனக்கு எத்தனை முறை கிடைக்கிறது என்பது எனக்கு ஆண்டவன் கொடுத்தார் ஆசை. How many times I am standing in this podium where Dr. C. N. Annamalai was talking, where President R. Venkatraman was delivering lecture, and am I equivalent to that? And whenever I enter my room, my chamber and come out, there is a roll of honor of Vice Chancellors. And I take a couple of seconds to look at that roll of honor and to see that I am at the feet of great ennobled souls like Srinivasa Sastri, Manavala Ramanujam, and so on and so forth. Where am I compared to them? நான் அவங்களுக்கு சமமானவன் தான். அந்த இடத்துல எனக்கு ஒரு இடம் கிடைச்சிருக்குது. அவங்களுக்கு கீழே என் பேர் என்னைக்கு இருக்க போகுது, அது போதும். வாழ்க்கையில் பெற்றோர் கொடுத்த ஆசீர்வாதம், அண்ணாமலை அரசர் ராஜா முக்கியாச்சிக்கு ஆசீர்வாதம் என்னை கொண்டு வந்து இங்கே நிறுத்தியிருக்கு. இப்போ நான் என்ன யோசிச்சு பார்க்குறேன்னா, நான் 1978 இங்கே வந்தேன். 23 வயசில் பிஎஸ்சி முடிச்சுட்டேன். 18 வயசில் வந்தேன். எனக்கு 64 வயசு ஆகுது. 18 வயசுல விட பாக்கி நாள்லாம் இங்கே தான் இருக்குது. 1989 I got married. 85 I joined as a lecturer. From 85 onwards, every single unit of rice I am eating is from the salary paid by Annamalai University. And I will be eating rice until my last breath from the pension I am getting from Annamalai University. நான் சாப்பிடுகின்ற ஒரு பிறகு அரிசியும் அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் ஊதியத்திலும் அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் ஓய்வூதியத்திலும் எனக்கு கிடைக்கிறது. So I should pay back something to the institution. I would like to set the institution on the right path, whether I am doing a very great cleansing work or a humble piece of significant work. I don't mind, but I would like to contribute. In that way, how alumni should contribute for the building of the institution, namely Annamalai University, is that. See, I was looking at the alumni, how to make them role model for the students. I would have been much more happier if the hall is half full with students. Because I would like to have these role models of alumni who have excelled in different walks of life to be exposed, to be exhibited, to be stimulating the inspiration of the young minds. And the young minds are very bright, I don't deny. My daughter is much more brilliant than me. The young generations are much more brilliant than us, no doubt. But what is required? See, there is a quote I always remember in English. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. But it is only the courage to continue that counts. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is only the courage to continue that counts. And that is the motto of Rajasar Annamalai University, with courage and faith. With courage and faith. And you are all the examples. You might have had your career with success, with failure, but you would have continued and you have excelled in your career, and you are now glorifying your own lifestyle for the young minds to follow. And what is the difference between courage and fearlessness? Are they same? Anjamayum, Tunivum, Mundudana. Anjivudu, Anjamai, Pedemi. Valluvar says. You have to be afraid of things that you need to be afraid of. But at the same time, துன்பம் உறவரையினும் செய்க, உறவாற்று இன்பம் பயக்கும் வினை. Even if failure is to block you, you need to continue to reach success. That is courage. So the students nowadays, they don't know the difference between fearlessness and courage. They get confused and they are afraid of things which they need not be, and they are bold enough to come out things for which they need to restrict. And again, I would like to recall another quote. And that quote I had taken as a sample or as a guidance brick when I assumed the chair of my chancellor. Oh God, give me the strength to change the things which I can, and the serenity to accept things which I cannot change, and to know the difference between the two. So I should change the things which I can, and I should accept things which I cannot change, and I should be able to differentiate which are all the things I can change and which are all the things which I cannot change. So this is what the young students have to be ignited, and this is one thing they can learn from the alumni only, not the teachers. We teach only the curriculum. And I have made it a point to instruct all the deans and heads of the departments to include alumni in their board of studies, in their faculty, etc., etc. So that the rich knowledge is being brought in. And now people talk about revamping the curriculum, skill-based curriculum, not the knowledge-based curriculum. More than the knowledge-based curriculum, skill-based curriculum is important. And that way, and I envy the chemical engineering department, because the interaction of alumni with the students is the topmost among the faculties in analysis in chemical engineering. In no other department, the alumni used to interact with the students. There is one batch, I don't know which batch, 1981 batch that comes here every year, adopts the students from second year, bring them up, teach them how to face the world, build their CV, and then they help them in their placement also. Placement is very important, no doubt. When I came in, the placement of the university, we have approximately 3,000 to 4,000 students coming in every year for throughout the faculty. But when I came in, it was 400 students placed, and last year it was 1,500 students placed, and this year it is 1,700 students placed. When I go out, I would like to have it as at least 2,000 students placed. See, as I said, I would like to remark, I am not taking students by entrance test. Just like the private institutions or the very well-renowned, top-ranked institutions do, we don't take students by entrance test. We admit them, they are poor, both socially, economically, and knowledge-wise. And we train them, we are reaching the unreached, and I am giving 1,700 out of 3,000 placements. That's a great achievement. That's a great achievement. And I am not in Chennai, I am not in Madurai, I am not in Coimbatore. I am in a rural place. So this achievement, I don't plan. This is the giant sitting on the dais and in the hall, teachers, they have shaped you, you have led the different careers, and that way you take it up. And I have only one prayer to wind up. I request the press to contribute by taking the glamour and flavor and radiance of this university to the outer world, and so that it comes in. The alumni can play a very great role in ranking, because the survey of the ranking authorities, regulatory bodies with the alumni, many times it goes unnoticed or not getting interest paid by the alumni or the stakeholders concerned. So that way it is thing. Finally, to conclude, I will borrow the words of Rabindranath Tagore. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where the words come out from the depth of truth, where the tireless action stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reasoning has not lost its way into dreary sand of dead habits, where the mind is led by thee into ever-widening thought and action. My Father, let my country awake into that freedom. So if the university, if the society around, if the students need to come up India has to progress. The role of alumni from institution building, from the university building is inseparable. And this is a standing example that Annamalai is doing well in entertaining the alumni, in encouraging the alumni to come and contribute. Maybe one or two troubleshooting from here and there, that we will ignore. Too much of everything is good for nothing. But at the same time, we need to put in efforts. I invite all the alumni to the campus as much as possible during your lifetime. See, this is the place where the seed has been sown and watered. All of you have grown up into a big tree with good branches, yielding fruits. You have yielded fruits, but remember, this place where your seed was sown and where water has been done, you need to pay back something. The way we need to pay back our parents, we need to pay back the institution always. So that way, I am thankful. Many of you have come from long distances, somebody from outside the country. I said, chemical engineering is a standing example of how alumni should interact with the students. Wish you all good luck, wish you function all success, and I again bring up one simple lyric from Abhirami Andali for all of you. Kalayada Kalviyum Korayada Vaidam or Kabada Varada Natum, Kandada Valamayum, Kundrada Ilamayum, Kalipini Ila Udum, Salyar Manum, Anpahada Manaviyum, Kavarada Sandanam, Tarada Kirti, Marada Vatayum, Karada Varada Parayum, Salayada Midium, Kona the Kolum or Tumbamilla, the Walu, Tian in Pathas, Anbu Mudavi, Period on the road to Putakanda, Alayari, Alpha, Maya, and the Tankai, Adi Kadavu in Valu, Amudis, Urubaham, Agada, Sugapani, Arami, Abhirami, Tillayambara Puttanam, Govindaraja Permanam. உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் அருள வேண்டும் என்று வேண்டி வாய்ப்புக்கு நன்றி கூறி விடைபெறுகிறேன்.
Thank you, sir. A souvenir has been brought out as a part of this occasion. I request the Vice Chancellor to release the souvenir and I request Professor G.D. Yadav to receive the first copy.
Thank you very much. This juncture is a token of gratitude. Request the Vice Chancellor to honor the Souvenir Committee. I request Mr. N. Krishnan, Professor Mullai, Professor Tenmuri, and Mrs. Stalin Ramakrishnan to come on stage to receive the honor. Thank you very much. Before we move on to the presidential address, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. My pleasure.
Any pass to the one person.